Hello, hope the light's okay. Let's see if we can improve it. I've got the blinds closed and just some indoor lights, not the main ones. But I'm in a bit of a weird place. So many things seem to be merging at the same time. And this is what normally takes place in April, around the equinox for me. I get all of these weird energies and it's all weird, but I'm getting that now in June. And I think it's so many things. I've been doing a lot of personal therapies, clearing trauma, a lot of physical work, and just relaxing after a really stressful time in life. And as I'm doing this, it's like this thing's coming back, this thing's coming back, this area of my life's improving, this area is changing, this one's doing this, and it's all happening at the same time. And I'm not paying attention to any of it. I mean, it's in my face, but I'm not paying attention to any of it because I'm fully focused on changing my life, getting into a place where I'm writing down the numbers I talk about, the project, the one that makes a lot of money. And it's going to change my life and a lot of people's lives. And that's what I'm focused on. And as you can tell by the bags under my eyes, I've been taking some punches from, well, just from being alive. There's been some good news, there's been some good news. I don't remember too much. No, there's been some real challenging times too. I almost forgot. Anyway, I mean, all of this is going on for me. And I wear this band. It's called a Happy. You connect it to your phone and it's got an app and it puts out specific frequencies. And they just updated their app. Sorry, so the frequencies basically 3-4 months of wearing this now for me to really tune into it. I wasn't feeling a thing from it before. I just told myself, no, the science behind it must work. Other program. I figured just get to know one program that works, and I connected to that program. In the past week or two, I've been playing around with some of the other programs, and I'm like, oh my god, why? And it turns out I needed smoke break. I put smoke break on, and I felt fantastic. It felt like I was smoking nicotine in a strange way, not smoking nicotine, but it was working on my addiction to nicotine. That was 100% obvious. I felt cravings when I don't normally feel cravings, and I felt, oh no, I've had enough. Now is the time to stop. I don't normally get either of those sensations. And it's got other things, and I'm using it and integrating it. And a little while ago, I found one of the sleep programs, and this one was called REM sleep. REM is when the eyes move back and forth. And for 2 years now, I haven't really had REM sleep. Before that, I had really good REM sleep. And I went to hospital and I took some medication. I got a load of trauma, stress, and I haven't been able to sleep properly since. Or at least it's got worse since, twice. But I put it on earlier and I'm sitting here and it's like I'm dreaming. I realise it's doing something and it's working on me and it's like I'm dreaming. And I put it on now while this live stream is running. And I figure where I was to begin with, plus this thing on REM sleep mode, whatever comes out my mouth on this live stream, it must come from another dimension. So yeah, that's what's come out thus far. Is there going to be anything else, or am I just going to press end on this video and go straight to sleep? What can we share? What can we talk about? This will be the title, by the way. I'm thinking of the title now. So you're watching it and you know the title, but I don't know the title yet. So how can we play a game with this? You know the title, but I don't know the title. That's the situation. That's the madness. But following time, you've been following everything I say, and time is interdimensional. So basically, this is happening both ways. This is happening both ways. The title's both being written and rewritten and created all at the same time. What I want is for everyone who watches this video, what would be cool anyway, is if whoever watches this video were to think, how would I like the rest of this video to go, considering everything I know of Gabriel? I know Gabriel from his other live streams. And right now he's in a place where he's got saffron in his mouth and he keeps licking his lip. And his life is totally blown to bits. And he's experiencing things that he's experienced in other times that really challenge life and death in terms of what is reality to begin with. And then you think about life, and then you think about demise. And these are all the things that go around my head anyway. I believe I'm dead. I've believed that for a number of years now, that I am either dead, in a dream, in a coma. I'm just not alive on planet Earth for real. But I'm a real human being to whatever's going on, and I know if I get punched in the face it's going to hurt. So I'm not stupid about it. I'm part of this world as much as I can be, so I can mitigate the hurt, the pain. So what's just come back to me is I can hear what you're screaming in it. You want me to talk about love. So that's what we did. It reminded me of some psychosis that I've been going through. Well, I call it psychosis. It's easier to call it psychosis than anything else because it hurts. It's about love. But it is psychosis. My psychosis interferes with love and makes it very difficult for me to have the space to think about another human being in terms of a relationship, because my psychosis is always in the way. And basically I got so pissed off with it after years and years of this, my whole life. It was even before my mental health disorder. I was always a bit like this. I had this going on for me since I was a teenager. I had a crush on everybody. Now it's just gone into psychosis. It's like on autopilot, I'm watching my brain making love stories about 5, 6 7 different people all at the same time. And I don't know which is the most convincing love story. And I got really pissed off with this. It kept happening. My brain made love stories where I would get told I'm in love with this person to the extent I'm having to feel love for this person, knowing I don't feel love for the person. It's that powerful. And I got so pissed off, and I'm so on top of my mental health in terms of doing my best. I overcame it. I said, no more. I know how to deal with this. I know how to get around it. And I was getting around it. But the psychosis didn't stop. And in the background, this time it was like, oh my God, that feels like love. Sure, you know, I can't push this one away. I don't know this person. I've met them, I talk to them, but I don't really know them. But I'm having powerful feelings of love for them. And my mind's done its best to compartmentalize it and say, look, I really don't love this person, please. And it's so persistent, my mind said, look, okay, I'll fall in love with them. Checked on Facebook, she's got a boyfriend. Oh, okay, no more. But it continues. What am I meant to do? I'm not going to break up the relationship. She's in a relationship. I'm mad anyway. I can't tell her I've got psychosis. Do you want to go out with me, sort of thing? It's not the best chat up line. My psychosis has made me fall in love with you. But I accepted it. I said, all right, that's the reason I can have a break now. I don't need that. I don't need this anymore. That's going to hurt. And because it hurt so much, and because the love was so powerful, I realized, you know what? I don't necessarily want a relationship. I just want to love this person so much as a result of this one person, just this one person, because of love. Because of love. No other reason. In other words, if you experience a state of love powerful enough, nothing else really matters anymore. Not in comparison to that. You can find middle ground and work your way away from it, but it's always there. You can't ever leave it. So once it hit, I was like, oh my God, I don't even know this person. I've fallen in love with them. But I was convinced. I figured all I want to do is be their friend. They're in a relationship. I don't want to split that up. As much as I'm in love and in that place, you'd jump at the chance. But I'm more than contented in keeping love as a friend. It's the weirdest experience, man. Anyway, long story short, I didn't ever see her again. I never invited her out for a coffee, which is all I wanted. Just have a coffee. As a human being, chat to you, tell you about my crazy ideas that are going on in my life and say, look, if you want to be my friend, you're welcome. You're more than welcome. But that never took place. And I'm heartbroken. And somewhere in the background, I've done a lot of personal therapy on myself, but somewhere in the background, I'm crying. I'm distraught. I might never see this person again. But then I remembered, I'm doing the numbers. And I'm going to make a movie of my life story when I get the money from the numbers. And at the end of the movie, I'm going to put a public announcement out. Please get in touch with me. So that's the weirdness that my mind goes to try and cover the pain. But it's so painful, and I'm so wired to pain in such a specific way, I get really proactive. And I'm on this way anyway for the numbers and making money in the movie. So I'm kind of serious about it. So I figure it kills that it's not now, but if I'm lucky in 10 years, someone will call me and we'll go out for a coffee, and I might have a friend in 10 years. Love's insane, man. That's love. Me, I'd be walking away long ago. Oh, she's got a boyfriend. End of story. Waste of time. What am I going to do? Be her friend? Why am I going to be her friend? I'll be someone else's friend. But if love persists, and love is love, then you're not wanting anything more than a friend ever. Love just wants a friend, someone to love. How does that love look like? What does that love look like? We all know love. And it's pretty simple as a result. If we all know love, what is there to question of love? Other than, why does it hurt so effing much? Even when the mind is in disagreement. So I'm going to swallow the saffron now. My brain is in disagreement with my heart over love. And it's so painful, I've submitted to it to say, love is so powerful, I don't need a partner, I don't need sex, I don't need a relationship, but please let me still experience that love in a friendship. Basically, if love was ever present in anyone who has ever been divorced, friends are there forever. It's just a better way to be separated. That was just the way that life went. But they're friends forever. What were we going to talk about before? So, we've rewritten the title. I went off on a tangent and we touched on love. And I've done some more personal therapy. Hopefully I've shared something that's of use. Otherwise there's really no point. But I'm focused. It was, I was getting help from the angels on this one. I had input. They pulled off that band-aid real good. It could have been a lot worse. I've got a lot of hair that it was pulling on, and it could have been really painful, but the angels did a good job. They transitioned it out with the rest of my life, and I'm in agony inside, but they're not letting me feel it. They're saying, have a chill out and then get on with some work, you'll be fine. Anyway, so the title, what are we going to call it? What are we going to call it? Love. Something to do with love. Just remember, I have psychosis.